meeting of the Township Committee. Public notice of this meeting has been given as required by the Open Public Meetings Law. A resolution was adopted on January 1st, 2024, designating this date, this hall, and 7:30 p.m. as the time for this regular meeting of the Township Committee of the Township of Union in the County of Union. A notice of each and every meeting of the Township Committee was posted in accordance with the aforesaid Open Public Meetings Law in one public place, reserved for the posting of ordinances and official notices of the Township of Union, namely the bulletin board next to the clerk's office. In addition thereto, a copy of said resolution was forwarded to the local source and Star Ledger. A copy of said resolution is on file with the clerk of the township.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. This evening, the prayer will be led by Committeewoman Guerra Frazier and the flag salute by Deputy Mayor Florio. Would everyone please stand?
Let us bow our hearts and minds. As we gather as members of this Township Committee, we pray that we are ever mindful of opportunities to render our service to fellow citizens and to our community, keeping in mind always the enduring values of life, exerting our efforts in those areas and on those things upon which future generations can build with confidence. Let us continue to strive to make a better community. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Bowser?
here.
Mr. Terrell? Here. Ms. Frazier?
Here.
Mr. Florio?
Here.
Mayor Figurito?
Here. I understand there is a member of the United States, an elite member, distinguished member of the United States Coast Guard, and I'd like to call him up at this time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. My name is Commander Dan McQuaid from the United States Coast Guard Sector, New York. As many of you know, last July, on July 5th, there was a fire on the motor vessel Grande Costa d'Avorio at the Port Newark. During the fire, 2 firefighters from Newark perished. My understanding is from talking to people, talking to families, they weren't just great firefighters, they were great men. And following the fire burned for 6 days. A lot of work went into getting the fire extinguished. And the 1st Coast Guard District Commander up in Boston convened a district formal investigation to try to prevent fires like this from happening again and to see what we can learn from the actions that were taken on board the vessel during the initial response to try to prevent any future deaths in similar incidents. Part of that investigation involved formal hearing that was held here that the township hosted in January of 2024. So I have a certificate of appreciation that Admiral Platt, the district commander, signed, so I'm going to read that for you. Citation: The Commonwealth of the United States Coast Guard takes great pleasure in presenting the Coast Guard's Certificate of Appreciation to Union Township, New Jersey, for exceptional support of the Coast Guard's formal public hearing held January 8 to 18, 2024, that investigated the facts surrounding the fire and subsequent Newark firefighter fatalities on board the Grande Costa d'Avorio on July 5, 2023 at Port Newark. The Coast Guard hearing, in conjunction with the National Transportation Safety Board, sought to ascertain details of the incident to support recommendations to improve maritime safety, including first responders working in the shipboard environment, while also allowing the public access to the investigative process. The leadership and employees of the township eagerly supported the planning and execution of the 6-day public hearing, which included testimony from 18 witnesses, was attended by over 30 members of the public and media each day, and observed by thousands of live stream viewers. The top-notch support included providing the hearing room and private meeting spaces at no cost and allowing access to the facility outside of normal business hours. Additionally, Union TV's high-quality audiovisual system and excellent information technology and production technical support guaranteed a quality of live stream not previously seen for Coast Guard hearings, thereby enabling use of media outlets and nearly topping viewership of other notable proceedings. Further, the dedication of the Union Police Department to support the safety and security of the hearing was paramount to maintaining an orderly proceeding despite days of emotionally charged and controversial witness testimony. The unparalleled support provided by township employees was absolutely critical to the hearing's success. Union Township's contributions to First Coast Guard District's formal marine casualty investigation are most heartily commended and are keeping the highest traditions of public service at the United States Coast Guard. Signed, M.E. Platt, 1st District Commander.
Would you come on up, please? Thank you. Join us on the dais. Commander, thank you, first of all. Thank you so much. Absolutely.
Thank you.
I should have had you come up and sit on my seat. Right here. Let's, we're gonna take a picture with you. Gloria, you wanna get on the other side? Sandra, should we get, maybe Jim or Sandra on this side? One of you? So we have 2 and 2. Township. All right. Please extend those thanks to everyone, Admiral, to the Township Committee. Thank you, sir. Thank you again. Thank you so much. Absolutely. I think this is the first in the township, and I want to thank the commander. And as I told him, I want him to extend those thanks to the Admiral. And again, our home is always open to you if there is a need for it. And hopefully we don't have that kind of a tragedy again where there is such a need. So again, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
With that, I have a Mayor's Award for another very special human being. And I'd like to call up the Union High School valedictorian this year, Ms. Sneha Meksan. As she comes up, I'd like to read a little bit about her. Sneha's extensive academic achievements began during an AP chemistry class, which she was named the most challenging and fulfilling class of her high school experience. Not everyone can say that, you know? With encouragement from her AP biology teacher, she decided to run for an officer position in Key Club. Her leadership includes an officer position in that club, the French Club, and French Honor Society, as well as involvement in the National Honor Society and Peer Ambassadors. She also co-founded Together in Art, a group-created painting group which offers painting classes at the Union Senior Center. So she's giving back to the community already. She will be majoring in biological sciences at the Rutgers Honors College in New Brunswick, hoping to pursue a career in medicine. So on behalf of the Township Committee here, I wish her much congratulations, and we wish her well on all her future endeavors, signed by myself and Deputy Mayor Florio, Committeeman Bowser, Committeewoman Guerra Frazier, and Committeewoman Terrell. Congratulations. Come on up. That deserves a move. Congratulations. You want to say anything? You want to sit in my seat?
Oh, no.
Come on, come and sit in my seat.
That's okay. No,
The
that's
commander
okay.
didn't sit in my seat, so now Sneha gets to sit in it.
Okay.
Come on, Sneha, have a seat. You can say something just to, you can thank Mom. You know.
I just want to thank my mom and my family for all of their support and guiding me and supporting me throughout high school. It was a tough journey, but having them really helped me. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, no. That's your spot.
Oh, see, he's getting rid of me already.
Thank you.
Simon says. Are we centered?
No, a little bit more.
A little bit this way? That's what I figured. I'm gonna push the young guy.
Perfect.
Can I take him, shake him?
Stay right there.
Thank you. Thank you.
My best to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come back and take care of us as we get older.
Thank you. I want to call him. Yes.
Congratulations, Neha, and I know Mom is very proud of you. I know that. I could see it on her face. Congratulations, Mom. At this time, I'd like a motion to open a public hearing for our budget, our municipal budget.
So moved, Mayor.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
This time, I open the floor. Anyone who would like to speak on behalf of the 2024 public hearing? Come on up.
I have just a question.
Come on up to the microphone. State your name and address.
Good evening. My name is Nicholas Carr. I live at 1776 Patriot Way. I apologize. I'm a little lightly experienced in this setting. Is this a good time to speak on just a town issue that I recognize or no?
This is just for the budget hearing.
Okay. All right. I apologize.
End of the meeting.
All right. End of the meeting?
There'll be a public portion. I'll announce it.
That's
to you,
the
Nicholas,
question that I have.
And you'll be able to come up at that point.
All
okay?
right. Thanks. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. No, that's quite all right. Anyone else wishing to speak on the budget at this time? Seeing none, can I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved, Mayor.
Move to close the public hearing?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Madam Clerk, no, first I'd like to have a motion to approve the conference and regular session minutes of May 28th, 2024.
Move to approve May 28th, 2024 minutes?
All in favor?
Aye.
Madam Clerk, we'll move on with the ordinances and resolutions, please.
I have for consideration on second and final reading an ordinance authorizing a deed of easement and right-of-way to New Jersey American Water.
Move the ordinance be taken up for second and final reading.
Second.
An ordinance authorizing the Township of Union's granting of a deed of easement and right-of-way to New Jersey American Water Company, Inc.
Anyone from the public wishing to speak on this ordinance?
Move the ordinance be adopted.
Second.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Mr. Terrell? Yes. Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Ms. Gloria?
Yes.
Mayor Figurito?
Yes.
The following resolutions adopted in 2024 municipal budget.
Motion to adopt.
Second?
All in favor? Aye.
Mr. Bowser?
Yes.
Ms. Terrell?
Yes.
Ms. Frazier?
Yes.
Mr. Florio?
Yes.
Mayor Figurito?
Yes.
Authorizing the application and execution of a grant with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the Green Lane Phase 2 Improvements Project.
Move for approval.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the release of a performance guarantee in the amount of $74,062.80 and cash bond in the amount of $8,229.20 to American Landmark LLC for site improvements at Stuyvesant, Rosemont, and Roosevelt Avenues.
Move to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the release of a performance guarantee in the amount of $16,974 and cash bond in the amount of $1,866 to WRG Union LLC, 2410 Ioria Court.
Move to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing an award of contract to Fire Flow Services for the annual testing of equipment for the fire department for an amount not to exceed $16,877.
Motion to approve the contract.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the renewal of certain liquor licenses in the township for the annual period of July 1st, 2024 through June 30th, 2025.
Move for approval.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorizing the mayor and clerk to submit and execute a grant agreement with the New Jersey Department of Transportation for the Local Transportation Projects Fund.
Move to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Amending Resolution 2024-184, which authorized the shared service agreement with the Borough of Roselle to now provide an interim tax assessor.
Move to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Ask you to approve the finances as listed on the agenda.
Motion to approve finances.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Following communication from Terry Milanda, tax collector, requesting the Township Committee authorized checks issued to the following representing the redemption of tax sale certificates as listed on the agenda.
Move for approval.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Various residents requesting the following block parties: Terry Lane, Saturday, June 15, 2024, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Rose Terrace, Saturday, June 22nd, 2024, from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Move to approve block party requests?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
From Michael Garofalo, Echo Height, 492 Chestnut Street, requesting to display merchandise in front of the store from June 22nd to June 29th, 2024.
Move to approve?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Department reports from the Clerk's Office and Community Development.
Move they be received and filed.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
That concludes my part of the agenda.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. We go to our committee reports. We'll start with Committeewoman Terrell.
I'll be sharing the Department of Public Works, since our last meeting. The road division continues to work on repairing potholes and patching sections of roads throughout the township. Since our last meeting, the road division has performed 324 pothole repairs, 342 streets were swept. The sewer division. The sewer division continues to maintain catch basins, pump stations, and outfalls daily, performing repairs when necessary. Since our last meeting, the sewer division has performed 225 catch basin cleaning, 80 enzyme applications to minimize fats, oils, and grease, and 2 emergency calls. The shade tree division. The shade tree division continues to maintain trees in parks, township properties, and in township right-of-ways. Since our last meeting, 3 crews performed 15 removals, 22 trims, and 10 stump removals. All concerns or inquiries regarding all Division of Public Works can be addressed by calling Public Works at 908-686-1922 or by using the Report of Concern feature on the Township website. Thank you.
Thank you. Committeeman Bowser, please.
Thank you, Mayor. The Police Department report for the period May 23rd through June the 7th. There were 1,288 direct patrols. There were 2,708 calls for service. There were 85 arrests. Under the speed initiative for the period of May 24th through June the 6th, there were 80 stops, 113 tickets, and 13 were residents. Red light enforcement for the same period, there were 11 stops, 16 tickets, and no residents involved. The truck enforcement for the same period, there were 11 stops, 11 tickets, and no deliveries. And that concludes my report.
Thank you. Committeewoman Garrett Frazier.
The senior report. The Senior Center mission is to provide a comprehensive array of programs and activities to promote healthy aging and a sense of well-being for older adults 60-plus in our community. So Tuesday, June 18th, from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m., the nurse will be providing health maintenance, check, and prevention services. Movie day is June 26th, from 1 to 3:30 p.m. The movie is Queen Bees. Card making class, Tuesday, July 9th, 10:30 to 11:30. In this workshop, you will learn how to design your own homemade holiday greeting cards using an array of materials, including paper, stamps, and seasonal decor. Paint and Sip, Wednesday, July 17th, 10:30 to 11:30 a.m. The Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program, e-benefit in the amount of $50. Benefits can be used at approved farmers market sites. To schedule an appointment and apply, you have to call the Senior Center. Proof of age, Union County residency, and income is required. June 20th, 9:30 to 11:30, public meeting held at the Senior Center, hosted by the Union County Division on Aging. Come let your voice be heard and discuss the needs and concerns of Union County seniors, including available services for seniors and caregivers, 2025 through 2027 area plan. Light refreshments will be served. And upcoming trips, Wind Creek Casino at Bethlehem, PA, is June 13th, $35 tickets, departing from Jeanette Avenue. And Resorts Atlantic City, July 11th, from 9:30 to 3:30 p.m., $40 per ticket, departing from Jeanette Avenue. For any additional information, please contact the Senior Center at 851-5290. For the Recreation Department, the Union Recreation Department has a full schedule of fun and engaging activities for all ages this summer. New programs for this year will include cheerleading, podcasting, public speaking, and pickleball lessons. Returning favorites like field hockey, chess, robotics, fashion design, art, movie making, and basketball are also on the schedule. Online registration for all of these programs is currently open and available. For class details, please visit the online registration catalog, or you can call the Recreation Department for a copy of the flyer. Join us on Monday, June 24th, for the kickoff of the Union Municipal Band's Summer Series. Their first summer concert will be held at Rapkin Park beginning at 7:30 p.m. The program will include a number of patriotic movies as we get ready for Independence Day. Subsequent outdoor concerts will be held at Putnam Manor and Fairway Drive on July 8th and the 15th, respectively. If you have any more questions, you can call the Recreation Department at 686-4200. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Florio.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to start off with a motion to move James Fraser as a member of the Board of Health for an unexpired term up to 12/31/25.
Have a second on that?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Okay, from our fire department, during the past 2 weeks, they responded to 1,229 emergency calls for service with 73 medical calls. Some significant events during that period: a car fire on the Garden State Parkway, that seems to happen once a month. Large dumpster fire with some extension to the building on Morris Avenue. 3 motor vehicle accidents involving downed utility poles on Route 22 and one on the Garden State Parkway. Again, something that seems to happen way too often, which causes a disruption. A lot of times it takes down power for the community and stuff like that. A mutual aid response to Elizabeth to cover an assignment with another fire, which was on Elizabeth Avenue. You saw in the paper that was a major fire, and again, we help out other communities as they help us when we respond to fires. I wanted to give you some recommendations. We try and do this every month. Electricity is a very common cause of fires. So to ensure your safety when dealing with electricity, here's some essential steps you can take. Avoid overloading outlets with plugs. Keep cords away from heat sources. Inspect cords for damages before use. Do not run cords under rugs or mats. Make sure plugs fit snugly into the outlets. Use caution when plugging in and unplugging appliances. Remember, don't pull by the wire, you pull by the actual plug. Do not overload circuits with appliances. Turn off and unplug appliances in the office when not in use. Replace any frayed or damaged cords immediately. If you are ever unsure about the safety of an appliance, do not use it. Thank you. That's my report for tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I'm going to begin again, but my short mantra here: follow the speed limits. If you're watching at home, if you're watching online, please follow the speed limits. We're starting to see a slight improvement based on the report that our police commissioner presented, but situations still happen. And please don't leave anything valuable in your car, in the driveway. Lock the car, take your valuables inside. We still get reports of things missing from cars. People are going in there to check the door, see if it's unlocked. Please just follow those simple things. Just want to mention the name of someone that passed away this past Thursday. Richard Salzman. May not ring a bell to any of you, but Richard took over Peerless Beverage many years ago and built it to what it is today. This is a very large distributor business in the Township of Union. Just please keep his family in your thoughts. On to some great positive news. I want to congratulate the Burnett Barbarian Esports team that won 2 state titles at Stockton University. Congratulations to them. Whole new competition, esports, you know. I also want to personally congratulate the 3 Union High School seniors who participated in the Rotary's Marvin Orella speech contest. Had the pleasure of meeting with the 3 ladies, Samantha Frederick, Alicia Pinkra, and Jaslyn Hernandez at the Rotary Awards dinner this past week. And our very own clerk, Eileen Birch, was also an honoree at that Rotary dinner. Congratulations, Eileen. Finally, I also want to congratulate our Union High School and Burnett Middle School Special Olympics athletes who participated in the state summer games at the College of New Jersey this past weekend. They took home 20 gold medals, 14 silver medals, and 4 bronze medals, and 2 fourth-place medals. Congratulations to them, and thank you to their families and the staff that supported them in this endeavor. Our 2024 Union Farmers Market season has begun at Beer Temple Park. This is from 3 to 8 p.m. This year will feature 2 farmers, plus over 20 vendors. For more vendor details, visit uniontwpfarmersmarket.com. And big celebration to celebrate the summer. Join us on June 27th for the summer kickoff at that Union Farmers Market. Celebration will take place at Beer Temple Park. We'll start at 3, go to 8 in the evening. Activities will include some inflatable games, giveaways, a DJ, and more. For more information, you can visit uniontownship.com. Also follow us on social media at TWP Union NJ Farmers MKT. That's a mouthful. And very important event tomorrow. I feel very important for our community. Join us as we come together to support a local family. Our second annual Networking for a Cause is to benefit a 5-year-old Battle Hill preschool student and his 3-year-old sister who recently lost their mother to cancer. This event will take place tomorrow, Wednesday, June 12th, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at La Gare Restaurant. Tickets are $35 per person. You can purchase them online via uniontownship.com. And if not, just show up and purchase them at the door at La Gare Restaurant tomorrow from 6 to 9. A very important event. We are just 4 days away from our annual Juneteenth Festival. This afternoon of community celebration, music, food, art, and more will be held at Rapkin Park on Saturday, June 15th from 12 to 6 p.m. Activities at the celebration will include Mrs. T's face painting, 360 photo booth, which I think we've gotten accustomed to, OMG Bubbles, and Paint Noir Art Lounge. For a complete list of table vendors, food trucks, and entertainment schedules, you can visit uniontownship.com or follow our Facebook event page. And I can't believe the next thing is coming out of my mouth. 4th of July, we're getting close. Join us as we celebrate Independence Day with our 4th of July Spectacular. This event will take place at Beer Temple Park starting at 7:30 till 9 p.m. The Spectacular will kick off with a concert from the great high-energy party band, Mission Dance, followed by the excellent fireworks at 9 p.m. Of course, admission is free. All you need to do is bring a blanket or a chair, something to sit on, and it will include food vendors, so if you're hungry, eat there. Bring your own lawn chairs, bring your own blankets, and enjoy. For more information, again, visit uniontownship.com or follow on social media at TWP Union, New Jersey. And besides our local municipal band, we do have a concert series in the summer. This is back with some more high-energy bands. Join us on Thursday nights in July at Beer Temple Park for performances from featured bands, food trucks, and more. We'll have 3 nights of fun. First one is a Led Zeppelin tribute band, 4 Sticks, that's on July 11th. Then an 80s Revolution band on July 18th. And I know you're all waiting for this one, a Queen cover band, Extreme Queen, on July 25th. For more information, visit uniontownship.com or again, follow us on social media at TWP Union NJ. And for all of these notifications, emergency and general notifications, we ask that you join up on Everbridge. You can do that at www.uniontownship.com. And these updates are also posted on Facebook at TWP Union NJ. With that, I will open up the meeting to the public. Again, a reminder is a 5-minute rule, and please state your name and your address. Unless you want to come up. Just state your name again for the record so the clerk can have it.
So my name is Nicholas Carr. I live at Summit Court Apartments at 1776 Patriot Way. I'm a commuter to New York City. I'm a firm believer in you guys can't help anything if you don't know what's going on. I wanted to speak about the parking at the train station. So this new spot parking came in. I want you to be aware that that's now $4.50 to pay on the app versus $4 at the machines, which is a 12% markup on that service. So, do the math. It comes out to quite a bit, $120 at the end of a year. I now hold 3 tickets from the police department that I spoke with today. the detective from the traffic division that answered the phone has put me in touch with the sergeant, who I left a message with, and I anticipate speaking with him tomorrow. But he explained that he's been dealing with this for quite some time about how they can't manage the parking so much with the third-party app now, and a lot of hands in the pie. And excuse me, I just have a couple points here that I want to touch. So the machines that are at the station itself are a little dilapidated. The one machine doesn't accept my credit card, whereas the other one does. So, you know, when you have 15 people in line and the train's coming, one machine that's available, if you're not scanning the code on the door that's kind of hidden, or on the sign that's hidden in the bushes, it becomes a problem. It's not easy for us as residents. So for us that are going out, making our income, and having to come home and find tickets for parking that, me in my case, I paid for it 3 times. The first time I went to court, the judge took my receipt and he basically dismissed the case. Now it's a $30 ticket, but that was still 3 hours out of my day. It's just something that you don't want to put your residents through, especially if they are paying. I could imagine, you know, not keeping a handle on this would turn that parking lot into an open zone, and you don't want that. I agree. And the permit process, I wanted to talk about that. So I've been commuting now out of the station for just over 12 months, so about a year, and I don't hold a permit, the quarterly permit, and that's strictly due to the fact of it's not easy to. Not that I can't, I know I'm capable of it, and I found the information online, but that's something that I think can be easily transitioned into maybe with this spot parking app that's come into the station. You know, if I wanted to purchase a quarterly ticket, $200 on there, I would be happy to pay $210 for the service, but I want you guys to be aware of kind of the price difference there, that I am getting ticketed. This is now my 3rd time, 2 this week, and, you know, the spot parking is fairly new, I think within the month or 2, so that's just, those are my comments.
Yeah, that's, are you, Nicholas?
That's all I have.
Just getting clarification, that's the reason I turned around, and I
Okay.
apologize.
That's good.
It's an NJ Transit parking lot, we have no control over it. Now,
Oh man, that makes it even tougher. They're throwing their rates up too, you know?
I'll have our administrator just clarify.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean we're okay with it.
I
No,
know.
we're not okay with it, but just letting you know.
Yeah.
Let's connect afterwards, and I'm happy to
Yeah.
do everything I can to help.
Yeah, and even their meetings, 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. You know, I work. How do I go there at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday? I can't log in. I have to be there in person, and it's a shame.
And especially now, more people are going in person and utilizing it.
Yeah, and you know, we're looking at you guys to represent us to maybe fight that fight if it comes across your desk, and us as residents are hurting. And I was explaining that to the sergeant or the detective today. I said, it's us that are paying that are getting hurt here. So as long as you guys are aware, and I'll
Meet
like
with
to.
Mr. Travisano after the meeting, and we'll
Thanks.
try to see what we can do for you.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak?
Ruth Slovic, 1700 Patriot Way. I was just wondering the status of the proposed land development on, across the street from Summit Court. It's been a while since I've heard anything, or the sign still says meeting in November or so of last year, so I was wondering what the status was.
So, Mayor, I think what Ms. Slovic is referring to is Bill Cole Park. So,
Yes.
last fall, I had the pleasure of being out there with members of the governing body and our engineering staff, where we spoke with, I think, approximately 40 or so residents. And I'm happy to say that there was definitely an accord on what the neighbors wanted to see, what the township was able to provide. It's definitely pared back, so you won't see basketball courts or tennis courts there. There will be walking paths. There will be a dog park. And the great news is that Green Acres is funding that project in full. So we expect that you'll see some progress late summer, early fall, and happy that it's coming.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Gineco Zarumba, 55 Elmwood Avenue, Union, New Jersey, 07083. I came here to talk about discussing the extending the curfew for Andrew Street Park, which is located between Andrew Street North Street and Hillcrest Terrace of Union, New Jersey.
Could you speak up just a little bit because we're not getting.
The mic closer to
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Just repeat your statement there, please.
This is my statement?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm here to discuss the extending the curfew for Andrew Street Park, which is located between Andrew North Street, and Hillcrest Terrace in Union, New Jersey. This is a park that me and my colleagues, who mostly aren't here at the moment because of certain circumstances with their schedule, have been fond of for a long period of time throughout our childhoods, especially since most of us live in the area. One of our favorite activities to do at the time when we were younger was to play basketball, which we haven't had the luxury of enjoyment to do for over a decade since the hoops have been down. And recently this year, they repaired the hoops, which we're very happy for, and we've been playing basketball there ever since our summer has started. But our games have been cut short because police officers would normally come over and tell us that we'd have to leave around late 8, 9 p.m., even though most of our schedules are conflicted with either work or summer classes. So we have to normally play during the evening, and we're not really fond of playing throughout the day. This is kind of very, so per se, a disadvantage to us. And we just wanted to talk about possibly extending the curfew, at least like an hour, maybe 2, if possible. And we understand that it would be a conflict towards the neighborhood, which is probably what most of the committee in the neighborhood are worried about. So we would try our best to make sure that we leave little to no conflicts throughout the committee, throughout the neighborhood, to reduce any type of tension or worry with anyone that's worried about us playing basketball at the time. Because all we do is play basketball. And even some of the police officers just come and say, it's kind of crazy that we have to come all the way from, where I live, basically, from the Union Police Station all the way to the other side of Union to make these kids get off the court because of basketball. So that's my statement. And if you guys have any viewpoints or suggestions that can go beside the restraints that we have, I would love to hear them, but that's really all I have to say.
Any?
Mayor, thank you.
I know this has been an ongoing thing, right?
Yeah,
Right,
for a few weeks now.
There's more of a complicated issue here than I think on its surface it may seem. So the ordinance which regulates the timing in that particular park specifies that the park closes at dusk. So you've got a law that is enforceable. You also have, it's a neighborhood park, so there's a delicate balance with the neighbors. The police are responding to calls for service. They're not there to be disruptive. The other thing is there are no lights in that park, and part of that is, I think, designed that way because it's so close to the residential business. All of that said, I think that we would be well served to take a look at the ordinance, take a look at some of these parks and see where we can maybe include a night component. I know that there are some other parks where we're actively moving forward with night basketball, Beer Temple being one of them. So I know that's convenient for you, but maybe if there's an outlet that's a little closer, you might be able to swing over there. So I think we could be happy to take a look at that.
If I may comment, Mayor, I think dusk seems a little early because dusk in December or November is 5:30 at night, so maybe more of a set time possible. If there's no lights, you can't play anyway, so, right?
I mean, there's lights in the neighborhood that shine on the court, but they are not as bright, obviously. But we're used to playing around that time. It's not really an issue towards us, but we understand, there are no real lights around the court.
There's a delicate balance, as the administrator said, that we've got to weigh.
Why don't you leave your contact information with the clerk, and maybe you can speak to our administrator at the end of the meeting. And so he has your contact information. Let's see what we can work out.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak? Seeing none, a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Aye.
Have a good evening, everyone. Happy Father's Day.